Good morning. You are watching Çözüm TV. I am Gürkan and here are today's headlines. Our first story is from Turkey. The resistance against pit-type isolation prisons has resulted in another victory. Gürkan Türkoğlu, Tahsin Sağaltıcı, and Hüseyin Özen began a hunger strike 270 days ago. On the 13th of April, they were taken to hospital by force and have remained there since. Attempts at force feeding were reported while the prisoners continued their protest. On the 21st of April, their transfer to a non-isolation prison was approved. Gürkan Türkoğlu, who was subjected to forced medical intervention, is currently unconscious and in a coma, and remains in a life-threatening condition. An infection has been detected and he is receiving antibiotic treatment. Due to serious internal organ damage, his condition remains critical. He is also reported to be in urgent need of blood donation with no specific blood type required. Meanwhile, Tahsin Sağaltıcı and Hüseyin Özen, who are being treated in the same hospital, are not in life-threatening condition. Support for the resistance against pit-type prisons continues across Europe. A rotating hunger strike chain has been ongoing since 30th of March 2025, organized to support political prisoners and sustain international solidarity. So far, 79 people from 12 countries have taken part, including Germany, Austria, Belgium, Belarus, France, the Netherlands, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Spain, Switzerland, Russia, and Greece. Further participation is expected. Those taking part in the solidarity action have joined the hunger strike for periods ranging from 1 day to up to 1 month. Organizers say the campaign remains ongoing and is open to all who wish to take part. At present, volunteers from England have taken over the hunger strike chain from participants in the Netherlands. Our next news is from Berlin. The son of the deposed Shah of Iran, Reza Pahlavi, who has become a collaborator of imperialism, was targeted in a paint attack after attending a press conference in Berlin. He supports foreign intervention in his country and the resulting loss of thousands of lives. Therefore, he and his supporters are responsible for humanitarian crimes by association. The head of Iran's forensic medicine organization has stated that during the war imposed by the United States and the Zionist regime, 3,375 people were killed. The statement added that these are not just numbers, and those who turned their backs on the 383 children whose futures were taken, as well as those who remain silent, share responsibility alongside those who carried out the killings. Murderer Israel's attacks to Gaza continue. In Beit Lahia, in northern Gaza, an area where civilians were present in the courtyard of Al-Qassam Mosque was bombed. 5 people were killed, including 3 children. "55 villages in southern Lebanon are reported to be under Zionist occupation. It is reported that occupying forces have begun the systematic destruction of border villages. Following 45 days of attacks on Lebanon, Zionist forces have established a new occupation zone covering 55 southern towns located near key maritime resource areas. The development is being described as similar to the Yellow Line model used in Gaza. Cuban President Miguel Díaz-Canel gave a strong response to the statement suggesting that Donald Trump could target Cuba following the Iran war. "Our people are ready to defend the revolution." Speaking on the anniversary of the Bay of Pigs invasion, Díaz-Canel emphasized that Cuba does not seek war but will resist any potential attack. A documentary festival organized by Russia Today in Barcelona on 9th of April brought together anti-fascist and anti-imperialist groups from different countries. Documentaries focusing on life in war and conflict zones stood out at the festival. Alongside films portraying the everyday resistance of the people of Donbass, documentaries addressing recent attacks on Iran and Lebanon were also presented to audiences. Speakers at the event emphasized the importance of documenting realities on the ground, drawing attention to issues often ignored by mainstream media. The festival became an important gathering that strengthened international solidarity. Similarly, another event under the name of the Anti-Imperialist Documentary Event was held in Paris on 22nd of April. As part of the program, the documentaries I Am Alive, produced by Russia Today Documentary, 8 Days in Donbass by Grup Yorum, and From Kızıldere to Gaza by People Cinema, which tells the story of the Until Victory delegation's journey to Gaza, were screened. In the speeches delivered during the event, attention was drawn to the role of documentaries and visual storytelling in helping people access the truth amid increasing misinformation and disinformation. In a statement made on behalf of the Anti-Imperialist Front, a call was issued to participate in an upcoming international delegation to Iran. Emphasizing the need to strengthen anti-imperialist solidarity, the event concluded with a Grup Yorum performance. As Nairobi prepares to host the Africa-France Summit on 11th and 12th of May, a strong counter-movement is emerging. While official channels present the upcoming Africa-France partnerships for innovation and growth as a bridge to development, progressive organizations across the continent are raising the alarm. The Pan-African Summit Against Imperialism, led by the Communist Party of Kenya, is being organized as a direct response and counter-summit to the Africa-France Summit. The organizers described the summit as a neo-colonial offensive presented under a new guise through the Africa-France framework and aim to challenge it. The third international symposium in memory of the people's lawyer Ebru Timtik was held today. Organized by the Initiative for the International Alliance of Anti-Imperialist Lawyers, the symposium was held under the title From Latin America to Middle East, Global Imperialist Aggression and the International Anti-Imperialist Struggle. We will cover the event in our next news bulletin. Lenin's birthday was celebrated on the 22nd of April. Vladimir Ilyich Ulyanov Lenin. He was a pioneer of revolutionary thought and action and the theoretical and practical leader of the scientific socialism, which represents the path to liberation for the oppressed, the poor, and the working class. He changed the course of history by carrying Marxism from theory into practice on the 7th of November 1917 by establishing the first government of workers and peasants. He showed the world that the oppressed could take their destiny into their own hands. In today's world, where imperialism, exploitation, and inequality continue to deepen, Lenin's legacy is not merely of the past, but a living guide for those who struggle. His legacy lives on in every act of resistance, every struggle of freedom, every uprising. Lenin lives. The struggle continues. That's all for now from Çözüm TV. Thank you for watching.